Okay, let's start the meeting. Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to the LCD operator working group meeting. Yeah, today is February 18, 2025. Is there any newcomer who want to say hi?
Hey guys, I'm Moshe. First time here. Happy to contribute.
Well, awesome. Welcome.
Thanks.
Anyone else want to say hi? Okay. Let me, I already share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, please feel free to add your name to the attendee list. And if you have anything to discuss, please add the item under the agenda.
Can you share the document link?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Documents. Oh, yeah. Sure. Let me send in the chat.
I'll just post.
Oh, already shared. Yeah, already see. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, there's no any agenda in the list. In that case, probably we can discuss the 0.1 release, the priorities. Yes. Yeah, if there's no any other topic, that probably discuss the priority, the issue. Is the group in the meeting? Storage systems. Yeah, the data persistence is one of the priority for the 0.1 version. So this is the first PR to support the data persistence. Yeah. Basically, we add one more field inside the inside the cluster spec. We added one more field, storage spec, into the spec, which means user can configure the storage spec when the user create the cluster. The storage spec has 4 fields. The first one is access mode. Access mode, usually Kubernetes supports three modes. One is the read write once. This is the default, and also read write many, and also read only many. For the LC operator, we don't support read only because the LCD will write data to the storage. So the storage must can support writes. So we only read write once and read write many. They only do support this case for the LCD operator. If it is read write once, which means the PV is dynamically created by the CHI driver. So in this case, we will use the volume claim template. We will talk about it later. Yeah. If it's read write many, which means the volume is shared by all LCD ports. Usually is file system. For example, the NFS. Right? If it read write once, it should be the block volume. Okay. If it read write once, then we will the storage class name and volume size request, volume size limits. We will these 3 parameters will be used to create the PVC. If it is read write many, which means it's a shared volume, then we will use the PVC. In this case, the user should create the PVC beforehand. The user should manage the PVC before they create LC cluster. Yeah, this is 2 use case. Yeah, you can go to, for example, if the access mode is the read write once, then we will use the volume claim templates. We will use the access mode and storage class name and use the resource. Yeah, resource is the volume size request and volume size limit. If the access mode is read-write many, which means we use the PVC name. So if the mode is read-write many, which means the PVC should be already created by the user beforehand. Yeah, this is a two use case. Yeah, I think the high-level logic is just simple, it's straightforward. Yeah, please take a look of the PR. If there's any comments, we can merge this PR first. But there's no E2E test for now. So it's okay to add the E2E test later. Yeah, please take a look this PR. Does anyone have any questions or comments to this PR?
Uh,
Go ahead.
Thank you. Quick question, Benjamin. Are we adding end-to-end tests for the controller too?
Sorry,
Uh,
say it again, sorry.
Sorry. I wanted to ask, are we also working towards replacing the tests for the controller?
Sorry, what's the question? Sorry, say it again.
The tests currently, they're in Jinko for the controller. I thought you were referring to those.
Sorry, say it again, sorry, I didn't see it.
No, my question is, when do we basically convert the tests which are for the controller? They're basically using Jinko, right? Will we be replacing those?
Yeah, for the E2E test, for the E2E test, the default PR already merged, right? The default PR already
Yeah.
merged. So
Yeah.
if the user, if any new E2E test should be based on the new E2E framework, not the Jinko. This is the direction.
Right.
Because the first this PR has already merged, right? Yeah, we will talk about the E2E test later, probably, yeah. Because there's only probably some remaining task to do for the E2E test. Yeah,
I think we
the
do
utility.
still have to add the tests, right? We only have added the suite test.go. We
sorry?
still have to add the tests, right?
Sorry, say it again. Sorry, my earphone is something wrong with my earphone. Sorry, say it again.
We still have to add the tests, right? We haven't added any tests yet. It's just the setup that we have yet pushed.
Yeah. This is the foundation for any following the PR. Yeah, this is a good foundation. But we need to the utility goals still depend on the Jinko. We need to get rid of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to this PR. Anyway, please take a look at this PR. If there's any comments, well, I'm going to merge this one. Yeah. Please take a look. Yeah, currently there's a limited reviewer on the PR for the project, so we need more reviewer. Yeah, please take a look. Yeah, the next one is the certificate, right? Certificate management is another priority. This.
So yes, I'm actually working on the auto certificate one. Like I'll be pushing it by this week. And then like I saw the comment like adding an E2E test as well. So I'll be doing that in a
Okay.
separate commit. So yes, I'll be working on
Okay.
that.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Sorry. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yep. Yep.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So for the certificate management, I see this PR is based on the certificate manager. You know, there are two kind of certificate provider. The one is automatic certificate management. The second is based on the certificate manager. Based on our last discussion in the last meeting, we are in the first step. We're going to support the automate certificate provider.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let me go back to the issue. Okay, probably there is PR. One second. One PR. Yeah, this is the original document for the certificates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, based on the previous discussion, in the first step, we're going to support the auto provider
Yes. Mm-hmm.
because auto provider is much easier than the second one, than the certificate manager provider. I believe the auto provider is much easier.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this PR is based on the second model, right? Based on the second is certificate manager. So anyway, so if you continue work on this certificate manager provider, then please add at least one E2E test to make sure it's working.
Yes, sure. So I'll be adding that like in a separate commit in the same PR. So yes, I'll be doing that. Yes.
Okay, Arthur, what's your next step?
My next step is to first add the auto provider. So that will
Hello,
be one.
Arthur.
Yes. Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Hello, Arthur. We can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Yeah. So I'll be adding the auto provider and then adding an E2E test to ensure that it's working.
Now I
So
cannot hear Arthur.
yes.
Can you hear Arthur?
Am I,
Benjamin can hear. Okay.
Oh, there's something wrong.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep. I can hear you.
But I cannot hear the Arthur.
Yes. Am I audible now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So anyway,
Okay.
I'll talk about with Arthur later offline. So anyway, for the certificate management, if you continue to work on the certificate manager provider, so please add our E2E test. Yeah.
Sure. Yep. Mhm.
Probably the next topic, we're going to talk about the E2E test. Is anyone have any question before we move on to the next one? Is anyone have any question on the certificate management or comment? Okay, no. Okay, let's work on the E2E test. Yeah, for the E2E test, the first PR has already, as we just discussed, the first PR has already been merged. So yeah, big thank you to the auditor. Yeah, thank you for the efforts. Yeah, this is the first PR for the E2E framework. The high level, previously when we used the full builder to generate the operator, it by default used the JITGO to generate the E2E test framework. So we are going to get rid of the JITGO and use the E2E framework. Yeah. This is we're going to use the E2E framework. There's no, oh yeah, use the E2E framework. Yeah, we are going to depend on E2E framework to create any new E2E test. Yeah, this high level step is, I think, is straightforward. The high level step. Yeah, in the first, for the E2E framework, the test environment before we run each test case, we will set up the environments. So set up environments. There are a couple of steps. For example, in the first step, you create a content cluster. Create content cluster. The second step is prepare for the resource. For example, install the binary, and install the CRD, generated manifest, and create Docker image. We are run the access operator in the pod, so we need to create the image beforehand to generate the build image and load the image into the current cluster. Yeah, the third step is to install the Prometheus and the certificate manager. Actually, this step are from the legacy code. From the legacy, usually if we follow the same pattern as the existing E2E framework. When we use the builder generate the operator by default, if by default, we install the Prometheus and the certificate manager. So we also install Prometheus and certificate manager also. The last one is set up environments. Set up environment is for example, create namespace and install TRD and deploy the controller is also the LCD operator. Yeah, this is anyway, there are two steps. This is set up and the finish. When all the E2 tasks are finished, then we are run the finish to undeploy the operator to remove all the resource. For example, clean out the environments. To undeploy the editor operator, I install the CRD and remove the namespace. And to remove the Prometheus and certificate manager and delete the current cluster. Yeah, we also added one more simple E2E test to make sure the environment is healthy. To make sure this is only E2E test for now. Test cluster is healthy. Yeah, it makes sure the LC operator, the pod is running. So if anyone wants any new E2E test, you can add into this file, E2E_test.go. You can add it in this file, or you can add a new file under this directory. Yeah. Yeah, this is a high level go. Yeah, let's add this to the comment. E2E test. for any new E2E test. Need to enter E2E test. Yeah. Yeah, this is the level code. Yeah, we also need to, one more thing. One more thing. Yeah, we also need to remove this Jingle from the utility file. So eventually we are remove the Jingle from our Go module. Jingle. Yeah, eventually this entry should be removed from the Go module file. Yeah, that is to document.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone have any question, comments for the E3 test? Okay, no. Okay. Yeah. Does anyone have any new topic to discuss? No. Okay, that's the action. Yeah, we need to remove Jingle from the. Yeah, this is the first item. Do you have any way to continue work on this, Abdul?
Yeah, I can take this up.
Yeah, for the E3 at E3 test, at E3 test for the and provide. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, also review the data processed and PR. Yeah, because the data processed is definitely a priority for the 0.1 version. So please take a look. Yeah, that's all for today's meeting. And the last one is there anyone want to discuss anything before we close today's meeting? No. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, see you next meeting. See you. Yeah, bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.